Good evening, heroes and heroines, and welcome back to Practising Programming in C. Before the break, we managed to do a couple of things. We managed to loft out some functionality into a new function called buffers to HTML, and another function called validate templates. And now we are trying to figure out how to output a directory's worth of stuff. Trying to work out how to loop over a directory and output those files to their own directories. So I think rather than using the present working directory as the project, I'm going to actually use a directory of actual files. Handmade annotations. Where is it? Handmade. No, it's not there. It's annotation system. Yeah, right. Okay. Oops. So, yep. So dumped core there. Now, I wonder if this is just because... Oh! There's invalid cars in here, is there? Scope can't accommodate that. That's unfortunate. I did think that valid car P and video tag. Just hang on a minute. Mod platform. Project. What's it saying? So for risky 1, invalid car P and video tag. So that seems to be alright, doesn't it? What isn't correct about this? Risky 001-HMML. Hang on. If I just say risky 01. Don't use that, don't use that. So that works. Apparently. Yeah. Well, hang on, let's just take out another variable. So there's this. Ah, test.html. Oh, my do I need that? Yeah, invalid key. P in video tag. Interesting. I wonder why. Well, before we go into that, let's just try and figure out this part. I think probably what's happening here is that HTML to buffers isn't. It's not putting the collation buffers pointers back at the start of the buffers. So we need to reset all of those pointers, basically. I think that's all it is. Two 998. Ah. Hang on. That's freeing the memory arena. Ah. Oh no. HTML to buffers should free the HTML. So it's an allocation. Is this allocation here? Yeah, HTML to buffers. Yeah, this is the thing that I was just dealing with. Direct leak of data on objects allocated from there. It's a bit troubling that we actually right. HTML to buffer. Yeah, HTML to buffers. Yeah. The config could do with taking the addition. Yeah. Oh, hang on a second. I could just straight up figure it out, couldn't I? Oh, right. So maybe just start off by saying it's edition bare. Sorry, edition single. And then when we come down here, do this. That way buffers to HTML, or this guy as well, will also have that information. And the reason that we want that information... Well, hang on, who needs that? Yeah, it's oh, it's yeah. The reason this is all being shown is because there's no further argument. So what's... Yeah, right. Ah. If this... Yeah, right. Test against the number of HTML files in the project directory. Well, I don't think it matters, does it? Because it would only try and pass actual files, actual HTML files. So I don't think we need this case. Yeah, there we go. So we... But the thing is, if we don't have this, then it will trigger that. Yeah, that feels better to me. Okay. So invalid car P in video tag. Presumably that would make it not well formed, wouldn't it? Yeah. So Is the to-do list getting shorter? No, it isn't actually, no. We just added hot reloadable config today, and I notify for monitoring file system events. And this yesterday. I wonder if that's anything to do with this actually. Risky 001. Let me go to the directory go. So that's printing out the file name. This is my printout. Yeah, let me also just say this is like a test printout or something. Well, it's looking up the directory scale, isn't it? Yeah, right. I like how that's ended up as the same number of characters. Like both of these. Just make this capital just to make it stand out a bit more. So invalid copy and video tag. So HTML to buffers is being called here on the D name. Let's just see if this is still working. So apparently this is still working. Yeah. But it's only when we try and pass a file. But it is passing the correct file to this, isn't it? Oh, hang on, is it? Well, it kind of is, isn't it? Yeah. So we're getting the file name in. If it's well formed, which it evidently isn't. It's not in the file. I'm not exactly sure what's going on actually. um, I mean, these guys aren't getting open for some reason. Oh, hang on. 46. Yeah, so there are 46. Ah, hang on. It probably needs the full path, doesn't it? That's probably what's going on. Isn't it? Well, hold on a second. How could that be the case, though? Oh, sorry, it's HML. 2 buffers. Ah, that's probably it, isn't it? Yeah, it's not in the current working directory. It's in this directory. So I actually need to construct the file name, don't I? So it's not fopen the file name. Prepend that step, yeah. Yeah, right. It's like if config mode is equal to, well, it's config addition, I believe. Yeah. File name. So yeah, we need, rather than do the file name, we need to actually say yeah, project directory, and this is gonna be the file name. Oh. Okay then. Ah, hang on. Right. Well. I think that's correct. Right. Okay. So that seemed to work, I guess. So with a bit of luck, this would now be the 46th person. Yeah. Okay. Clinks his glass. Zillris goes. Cheers. So that does seem to have worked completely. So this has put all the stuff into the buffers, which is fine. And then when I go to buffers to HTML, where it says out.html, well, it's actually out location, isn't it? Whoa, what's all this? Print usage. Ah. Oh, right, yeah, that's fine. Output.location. Oh, out integrated location. Oh, sorry, yeah, that doesn't matter. Config out location. The output location is going to be based on the it's going to be based on this, basically. So what I want to actually do, rather than writing out to out.html, I want to output this person to risky46 at index.html under the base output directory. So we've got the memory arena, the collision buffers, the template, and the config. We don't have the file name here. HTML to buffers takes the file name. Let's make buffers to HTML take the file name too. So buffers to HTML takes the, I suppose technically it's like the input file name, the in file name. Let's make it 255. Let's do this. Oh, right, yeah, I need to also strip off the HTML part of it. Jesus. So the in file name. So I've already figured this sort of thing out before. Where's that going to be? Yeah, pointer plus equals this. I think, have we already established though that this is a file that we want to be working with? Right, where is this called? This is called after doing HTML to buffers. Yeah, right. So if this, then that. Right, interesting. So we have got the pointer already at that location. So what we could actually say is um, I could sort of say stripped file name or base file name or something. And then say I'm sort of thinking about doing a while loop until we hit the this pointer. Oh, sorry, it's actually... Oh god, this is on this. Yeah, project. There's surely an easy way of doing this. I don't think I've actually done this kind of a thing before, really. So I don't have a function for it. Well, hang on. Put that there. Let's do a car out point is equal to the base file name. Probably copy string. It only... Oh, that's a point actually. I do have a copy string with the terminator. Oh! Yeah, right. What I could do is pointer plus equals that. If string's different to that, then what I could say is at this point the value at the pointer is a null. And then just copy the string into that base file name. Would that be correct? Well, that's just going to put a... Yeah, so hang on. Let's just give ourselves some space. And then copy string into the base file name. Which is going to be the... project file's D name. And then just set the pointer back to whatever it was. That way, we've actually already got the thing done for us. So we don't need to strip out the HTML. Do we? we've already done it. Let's just let's just see if that's correct. Or was I thinking of doing something else? Yeah, well, I needed to strip off the HTML part of it. But I mean, technically, I suppose I could have used, cause, like, I do a copy string. I do have a copy string T, I believe. Oh. I've got strings diff of T. Claim buffer. Copy string no format T, yeah. So I suppose technically I could have used this to copy up to the dot. T means that it's that you can pass a terminator to it. So copy string no format just assumes that the terminator is a null. So it just goes up until this is a null. But I just say copy string no format T. It's just the one way you can actually specify the termination character. So I suppose technically I could have used that. It's very handy for Unicode. Probably. Not exactly sure where I've used it, honestly. Oh, does it? Ah. Interesting. Well, I've used it for... Oh gosh. I think Alan would be your go-to person for that. Or Willie, actually. I'm not even sure if he's done Unicode. I think Insofar does Unicode in Insobot, actually. So you could pick Insofar's brains. But yeah, basically this copy string no format T, I use it so that I can copy. So like I'll just show you a quotes file looks like this. So it's like a comma separated thing. And basically I just used this copy string no format T to copy up to the commas basically. And then later on I do copy up to the new line. I'll sound like import before it. I think I've got Alan's autograph. Pretty sure I've got his autograph. Yeah, I just kind of figured out that there's kind of like this standard thing. I was just gonna... The null terminator is a delimiter. Oh, right. Well, I got the null terminator. I thought... I read that as the null pointer. See the photo. So yeah, that is how that works, but I was sort of thinking I couldn't rely on there not being a dot. It might be nice if I could do copy string no format T, where the terminator is an actual string. That could be kind of cool. Make a note of that. The only way you get stuff as fast does is use the MB to WC. Okay. Okay. WC. MB to toilet. Yeah, so there, I think. Let me just print out the base file name. Oops. There we go. So that was easy enough. So this guy. So we're in that does this. HTML to buffers needs to take the actual full name. Oh. Yeah, that's the point actually. Because while I'm here, the base file name is going to be that. Ah. So yeah, the output is just going to be, I need to make directory for the output places. I reckon. Yeah, if it's project. So yeah, we are looping in a directory, we know that. So the base file name there, which could be that. Copy string, and the copy string also does not terminate. Obviously, because this actually prints out correctly. So here we want the full output path basically. Well, hold on. Should it be us who calculates that? I suppose technically it honestly doesn't matter. Yeah, because I think all I was doing, all I was going to do here was figure out where to output the stuff to. Yeah, let's do it here, I think. So this is the output path. Let's just make it 255 for the sake of argument. And we're going to say copy string to the output path is going to be that, where that is config base output path, is that what it is? I think it's that. And then base file name. Let's just so is anything printing out here? No. Just double check that this is now correct. Yeah, that does seem fine. So then, by the way, after I've done this, I'll be making like an index file that will sit at tester/index.html, and that file will point to all of these other files. That's basically the idea of that. So really we need to make directory on the copied base and the base file name. Yeah, let's just straight up try it. How does this thing work again? Path. Oh, right. It takes the path. No, that's not right. Wait, hold on. Oh, right, yeah. The base file name isn't necessary. So there's the output path. So I need to try and make dir on the output dir. Right. Okay. So it's made all of those blighters. I'm gonna have to check this, by the way. Check. And then when I come down to above the HTML, this will then be output path. So if I just tree that, they've got nothing in them. I just do that, and that probably isn't correct. Nope. So what did that output? Index.html for some reason. Oh, it might have failed because make directory failed because it will exist already. That's unfortunate. Let's just see if that's true. Right. Yeah, let's delete all those. Yeah, they still haven't got anything in them though, which is kind of interesting. I'll tell you about the file system viewer. Sure, man, sure. Let's see if that gives you the right thing. That's it. Let's just double check. Roman Zimmerman. Yeah. How am I going to know that? Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Ranger. I really like it. The only thing it's missing for me is like session saving. So like when you quit, you need to like reopen all your stuff. But if it gets session saving, then it's absolutely perfect. In file name. Where's that being used? Nowhere. And it's not the in file name. It's output path. Oops. Yeah, right. I need to go to location. So config out location. Ah. Yeah. So, Jesus. Config edition. Then we do oh, hold on. Oh, I wonder if I could do this. This would be interesting if I can. Direction navigation. Let's do it. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's just like left and right basically, and then like you go up and down these guys with your J and K, or with up and down, obviously. But you can also, you can from here, you can jump between these guys with the square brackets. So I'm still focused in this area here, but you can jump down there. And then you see that there's more directories in here, so you can then get down there. And there's like this preview area over here. And these are your open tabs. So I go to screenshots. I also have this nice little ASCII screen preview going on. That's another thing it's missing actually. It's the actual full bitmap viewer is a bit busted. You can use W3C to do preview images, but it's got a memory leak or something. I don't know if they've fixed it recently, but I've just switched to using the ASCII one, which I'm fine with, honestly. I can also do stuff like I've got this. This is a function that well, actually, I think somebody in the Ranger IRC channel made this for me. Actually, I was just like, is there a way to copy the contents of a file or something? And there wasn't built in. But this copy do what I mean thing, I believe that that's what that does. So if I just open up a new file, I think you'll get that. Tag file format, extended format. Yeah, so that's just, yeah, so that is what it does. It just pops that in my clipboard basically. So that's by Y to start the yank commands, and then T. I think T for text was what it was, maybe, is how I decided on that. But I rarely do that, actually, honestly. It's a bit of a shame. What is this anyway? Tags. It's a 2.91 meg file. C tags. Oh, it's the C tags, right? Okay. Blimey, 2.91 meg. Gosh. Big file. Oh, it's a read memory access. It's got a read memory access. Oh, it points to the 0 page. Oh dear. Still all with them non-vim commands like. You'll be back once you use the stuff. You'll be on Vim. You'll be on Vim keys and all in the terminal. So it's an F write in the buffers to HTML 2870. Let's just see if I actually got any output at all there. No. So if that, then we need to fail. That was the F right, and it's this F right that's dying. Risky. Well, hang on, let me actually just remove those directories again, because they might have been screwing it up. Yeah, so it's just the presence of the directories is screwing it up. And there's an index.html. Alright. So that's another thing actually. It didn't automatically well, I suppose I could refresh it actually. Could I? How do you refresh? Well, maybe I can't. Yeah, it didn't update the numbers. But they do seem to have written out. Which is kind of cool. The problem comes when you try and make that directory. So how have I handled that before? I suppose technically we could say when we go to open that index.html, we could check that we can open that for writing, and if we can't, then we create a directory maybe. By the way, the music is this. is pretty cool. Cool music. Let me just remove that comment. That isn't helpful. Output path. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of feeling like buffers to HTML should be the person responsible for constructing the path and figuring out, well, where are we? This is main, isn't it? Yeah, it is main. Do I have more than one monitor? I don't, no. No, I'm confined to this, to these pixels, this number of pixels. Too unconfined. How many pixels have you got, Cileroscope? Yeah, I mean, even if... I mean, I suppose we could just say... We could check the directory for... existence. And this is direct. Oh right, I need a direct, don't I? Is that true? Oh, open directory, right? Yeah, yeah. Project directory handle is there. Okay. So yeah, actually we don't need the direct at all. Open directory, right? If we can't, if open directory on the output, If we can't do that, then we make it. Right, that's the only reason. And I think that's fine. I don't think I need to close the directory because I haven't got that struct going on the go. Well, maybe I do. $2,073,600. You're taking off pixel. Hopefully you do the number I think in Britain period is used for thousands and millions, or is that just Germany? We use commas as far as I know. Am I bad? Yeah. Yeah, we do. So how many have I got? That sounds like a lot of pixels. 2 million. So I've got this many apparently. I wonder if I've got a function actually that does the commaing. Oh, that's true. I should have done the calc as well down here. Wow. Holy shit. Oh gosh. I so thought that we had exactly the same amount of pixels spread across like different numbers of monitors. That would have been hilarious. That is pretty close though. I'm pretty sure that's 3 million. $2K, yeah. Yeah, I'm afraid 4K was just too expensive. Yeah, build index. Should output. Yeah, so I will need to do some smarter stuff here. Sort of checking whether the actual existing files. Well, I suppose checking. It'll be using the index file actually. Probably use the index file to check what's changed, if anything. But for now, this kind of works. Just double check. Yeah, doesn't want to get 4K. He wants to get 2K. Oh wow, you go for the heritage. 2K that, and 210 HP the flank the 2K as a bit to move. Wow. Shouldn't that be the pincer monitor over? I think we also spell maneuver a bit differently as well. And this is one word that I can never remember how to spell. It's something like this. Hang on, how do you spell it? We do spell it in a weird way though. Oops. Well, that's still the thing. Gosh, that was cool though that actually managed to pick the right person. It's 9 letters. I should know this, shouldn't I? Yeah, I wonder if it's ever come up on Countdown. Maneuver. Right. Oh, it's the VR as well. Right. Just a ridiculous spelling. It must have been, yeah. I don't remember it, but it surely must have been. So let's see. Can I yank this directory? Path, I wonder. Well, kind of. Oh shit, yeah. So they're not going to have the CSS directory path, the paths in the right positions. Yeah, that's the point. All French words. I mean, English is just as bad, honestly. You can always spell a German word, but never a French one. I think Spanish is also quite consistent with their spelling, with their pronunciation, rather. What's the origin of the word women? I mean, it's got all sorts, honestly. Because women, like O pronounced women, pronounced like an I rather. Yeah, you see women. I mean, there's the old joke, like, how do you pronounce this word? So they're saying Middle English. Yeah, I mean, it's even possible that in years gone by it was pronounced differently as well. Did I say gymnastics somewhere? Blue stockingism? The state of being a pedantic or literal-minded woman. Okay. Optimize my experience. Well, don't show me that for a start. Right. So I suppose that's a very good point, isn't it? You guess Garty. What do you reckon insofar as? How do you reckon this is pronounced, rather? Yeah, so what we're talking about here is it's like fish, yeah. That's right, yeah, it's pronounced fish. Yeah. So it's the GH of tough, the O of women, and the sh of like gumption or something, or action. It's true. It's all true, Zilorosco. Fish is a legitimate word. A legitimately English word. So yeah, this means that HTML to buffers needs to be aware of the I'm doing it correctly. It needs to be aware of where stuff is, basically. Oh right, yeah. I think actually this is a kind of a thing I actually need to definitely nail down. I mean, obviously. So basically, we've got a base directory here. Oh, hang on. If I pass this might be complete rubbish, but if I just pass this as a CSS directory, what does that do? So it is looking further back. So I just need to get the right one, basically. There we go. Likewise with the JSS directory. That should load the thing, yeah. The images directory as well needs to get it. Probably I, isn't it? Yeah. You need a nail class and a hammer class. You need to make both of them objects, and you need to nail these problems. Problem is a class too. That is a class, isn't it? Class is a class. So maybe this is actually completely working or automatically. I think the next stage is going to be producing that index file. So if you can see this path here, this is a risky 006 index. The next step is going to be creating that index file, or like the contents file, contents page, at this directory here. And I think it's from that point that all the other people need to set their path relative to. So like the base path of this test directory, yeah, I need to figure out some way. I need to figure out how to figure that out, basically. You know, like whether I can rely on a local path or whether I have to you know, whether I can whether I can compute the relative path based on the actual path, the base path on the server, or whether I have to actually make my people pass a relative, you know, configure it like a relative path. You can get the absolute path and relative with real path. Right, yeah. But what the issue is though, like um uh so I know what this path is here. Similarly, like if I go to, well, if we go to here, I know what this path is. But I'm not sure that I necessarily know where stuff is. Like, I'm not sure if I can rely on being able to compute the path based on what the base path is, if that makes sense. I'm not even sure if that does make sense, or if it's a problem. Because I mean, basically, what I'm thinking, yeah, for the URL, exactly, yeah. Because basically, my thinking is that this test.mibler.copio test is at a particular directory, and nginx serves up this. It serves up that directory at this URL. But I don't know, and that isn't that's nowhere near where this is. And also, like for example, there's a base HTML tag that might, right, yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll have to use. So yeah, like my blog that I used to host here is in a directory called like WordPress or WP or something, but the URL to it is blog.mibler.carpio. Let me make a note of this. To the just have a quick think about this. I'm sort of basically kind of winding down it, honestly. If we set the base HTML tag, the base URL, it would give us the base URL. Yeah, that probably would be it actually. That base HTML tag. Just try something very quickly. Trying to see if the template thing actually still works. So let us just say, for the sake of argument, that this is going to say risky business. Guess we could do like this might not even do anything, honestly. Something margin. Divs. How do you do this? God. Oh, it's in the other path, isn't it? The other branch. That's unfortunate. Yeah, am I just not integrating at all now? Validate template. Oh, it's going to be the other guy, isn't it? I like how this was going to do the output path, wasn't it? If we're integrating, do that. Otherwise, we do this. Is this all it is? There we go. Studying the PLIC. Studying the PLIC risky business. Okay. So I think we'll call it there. We're definitely getting there. Did that do? It wasn't centered, was it? It's always a nightmare trying to remember how to actually center stuff. Nope, I don't fancy it. I mean, this is just totally not necessary for background color. Oops. So what is the problem here? Div style equal background color that. Where did that? Oh, I did that. What is it? It's not P style, is it? No. Oh, you don't spell colour like we do. Well, that isn't it either. I don't know. Who cares? Let's call it there. And next time, what are we going to be doing next time? Figuring out the base path, I guess. So yeah, this adding strings to a buffer something like the null terminator, which may become a problem doing multiple files. That doesn't seem to be the case, does it? Because we do multiple files here. And they are all getting output. So yeah, I think we're fine. Let's consider this fixed. Hard relatable config is the next sort of the next thing. I need to go from process to events. Yeah, that's what we'll do once we've got the base tag sorted out. So yes, it's possible that next time we'll think about this, and then I think also orbital this, which unfortunately I don't have the character for, which is such a crying shame. Thinking face. You found the thinking face. Nice one. Which font is that from? Symbola. I don't understand why I'm not seeing that. Because Symbola is definitely in my config. Have I got termite? No. Let's just try a really quick thing here. It's a termite can draw it. And termite's probably got all the things as well, hasn't it? Like USVT which is a box model. Right, yeah. Such a shame. Oh, that's unfortunate. I can't actually move the window. Oh, have I completely lost focus now as well? Well, that's weird. Yeah, there's no boxes in here. Maybe I'll switch to termite. But not today. Because today we've done enough, I think. It's now 22 past midnight, so it's not too late. But I've done a reasonable amount of stuff. 2 hours. I think I did 2 hours before as well. So, yeah, calling it here. And then next time it's the base stuff. And also just sort of generally, just looking over the code and just making sure I didn't make any silly mistakes, I guess. And making sure, well, I suppose just seeing if I can simplify any sort of things. Because I kind of suspect there's a few places that are doing basically the same check. Basically, the if project is if the addition is project. Like I suspect a few people are doing that, and it might be nice to just sort of condense that a bit so that only a few people need to do it, or something like that. But yeah, that might be next time. So yeah, that's it. So thank you very much, heroes and heroines, for being here and for being fantastic and awesome and beautiful and inspiring, honestly. And until next time, a very fond farewell for now.